Hello, we are Studio Goose, and I'm Heather, the team lead. Our team consists of 2 architects, 6 architectural engineers, and 1 chemical engineer. We are busing our way from Illinois Tech to a new retail development, the Nook. Let's go. In Goose Island in Chicago, Illinois, at the intersection of North Halsted Street and West Division Street, we find the Nook. Surrounding a mile radius of the Nook are bus lines, train lines, and divvy bike stations. Within that 1 mile radius, there are 4 train lines, 5 bus lines, and 15 divvy bike stations. In addition to this, bus line 8 is located at the southwest corner of the site. There are also 8 schools within a mile radius surrounding the Nook. This played a big role in the programming of the Nook's design. The building is designed to be on a 286 square foot rectangular lot. The Nook is a 2-story, 82,000 square foot building with a parking lot on either side. The east parking lot's purpose is for long-term parking, while the west side is for short-stay parking. The building has 3 main entrances. 2 entrances are on the south side on Division Street, which open up to the retail section. Another entrance is on the north side, which opens up to Scott Street. Margarita, could you tell us a little bit about programming of the Nook?
Hi, I'm Margarita and I'll be going over the programming of the Nook and some background on online shopping. The Nook is a non-traditional retail building whose goal is to bring the community together through the arts and crafts, literature, and STEM, all in a net zero building. The Nook achieves this goal with a split-level building program which tailors towards fostering a sense of community with the surrounding schools and their students. The first floor includes the large retail area of the building, a cafe, and the heart of the building, the atrium. The retail section is a hybrid bookstore and craft store designed as a one-stop shop for all things students may need to excel their studies and allow their creativity to blossom. The second floor of the Nook includes 4 medium-sized multi-purpose rooms which can function as dance studios, art studios, and yoga studios. These spaces give students a safe area to be creative and design or build anything they want. With the split-level programming, the Nook not only offers a retail area, but also offers a retail experience. Online shopping has become increasingly popular in recent years, especially in the past year due to COVID-19. Many stores have changed their services to provide drive-thrus, online ordering, and in-store pickup, to name a few. Looking at the statistics behind sales, Digital Commerce 360 states online sales accounted for 101% of all gains in retail in 2020, showing the large potential in online shopping. When typical retails are considered, most would think of a brick-and-mortar building or a shopping mall. The week states there are many reasons behind malls dying, from the social class, student loans, and the rise of online shopping. Shopping malls dying out is not a new topic, but with COVID, it has only sped up the process. To ensure customers continue to shop in person, multiple retailers, especially malls, have been pushing the idea of selling a retail experience instead of just a product. When the Nook was designed, the team considered a typical design of retail and aimed to make something different. A place where students, their parents, and adults feel welcome and at home. A building that people can use as a community center, a dance studio, a craft fair, and many other things. When the retail area is selling products like paint and markers, and the second floor having multi-purpose rooms that can be rented out, the Nook becomes not just a retail store, but also an experience. And now Dong will talk about the architecture.
Thank you, Margarita. I will present architectural design plan. We start design from the site condition and context. From our research about this site, the north side has many educational buildings, and south side some commercial spaces and residential. So our site is in between this context. So we think about our building can be a great connector from this site condition. We start from this conceptual box shapes. That line came from the site boundaries. And the push and pull north and south direction, it can make roof garden and north side plaza. That spaces can allow to strong connection with neighbor, and the shapes can expose more to sun. And also we design sawtooth shapes on the top that roof angle can optimize to use sunlight. Also, we designed the atrium in the center and the skylighting window. It can help reduce artificial lighting costs. And we designed two main accesses on the south side. People can easily access to retail program and from the main streets. And east side, we made office and loading spaces by the next parking area. They have also private access points. Lastly, we added sky window on the staircase and retail spaces for natural lighting. Next, William go to presentation about our plan.
Thanks, Dong. Hi, I'm William, and I brought in a few schematics of our interior. Right off the busy roads to our south end is everything you'd expect of a traditional retail, with plenty of room for sales, storage, and staff. The office lounge is open, naturally lit, and comes with a kitchenette. Next door, we have a sizable warehouse storage with a cargo elevator to cover the needs of the second floor. Off of our north is a vibrant and open gathering space for stage setting, assemblies, and events, with the central stairs serving as seating to boot. Plus, we have a cafe. I love coffee. Our open space atrium continues up to our second floor, where students and visitors can enjoy an activity space with a beautiful view over the green roof to the Chicago downtown. When event times begin, students may gather into any of our 4 rentable multi-purpose rooms, equipped with short-term and secure long-term storage to satisfy event coordinators. When seeking a private zone for studying and meeting, the Northern Gallery provides a compartmentalizable and scenic space. When not used for conference, the entire wing may be converted into exposition space, with storage provided on the sides for a smooth transition. All of that is capped with the unique take of a historical roof type prevalent in the region, a sawtooth. Historically, factories used the geometry to reflect light into the workspaces below, but the Nook adds to that versatile shape by using it to direct solar panels to the sun, place operable windows for natural ventilation, direct water to on-site storage, as well as provide that ambient light. I'm going to pass it off to Tian, who will be taking a look at finishes.
Hi, I'm Tian. And then comes to the Nook's exterior design. The general design of the building is a large wooden with very simple decorations, giving a warm feeling of the visitors of the building. After school off, the place will become a very wonderful place for children and their parents to hang out. The north side of the Nook has a large reflection pool. The water is about 6 inches deep and about 185 feet by 45 feet. The pool was about inspired by the city of Chicago University Law School Plaza designed by a famous architect. It gives children and parents a fun place to relax as well as cool off from the hot summer. Due to the shallowness of the pool, the water can easily be drained before winter. The pool could also be easily drained off and refilled. For example, a farmer's market wanted to occupy the space during the summertime. And also on the northwest area is a play area, and there are ramps that work as a potential state park for students. The ramps will be made by using some of the cut materials from the building, and there are some other grassland for children to play around. A line of the trees separate the area from the parking lot. It also secures children do not leave the play area. And the project's interior design's main theme is about warm and friendly, which can create a very wonderful atmosphere for the users. To improve the interior quality, zero VOT materials like wood will be used. Optimal thermal comfort, effective energy consumption, as well as views and daylighting for all the space are carefully considered. Higher efficiency will be achieved by using 100 LED lighting fixtures. The design applied wood, light color radiant metal panels, and the light plasters of the interior design. The interior lighting of the project is also like a comprehensive strategy that includes natural lighting from the window skylights, the artificial lighting from the retailing, the rendering. You can see the combination of the natural light and the artificial downlight strategies. Each downlight fixture is aligned with the grid of the radiant panel, and also the fixtures are embedded into the middle wood strip ceiling panel. After coming to the second floor, The visitors are able to see the beautiful city skyline through the north side of the interior.
Thanks, Tian. I'm Aloki, and I will be talking about the integrated performance and mechanical system of the Nook. Studio Goose carefully created a building that flows well in various aspects. The design itself is very cohesive and focused on catering towards students and families. The HVAC system works well with the design of the building as a whole. The building envelope, programming, site plan, and interior design of the building were all considered with modeling the HVAC system and performing energy analysis. The placement of the radiant ceiling panels and floor slabs was accounted for by the interior lighting and design team. The roof design went through several iterations to meet requirements for daylighting and energy production since all of the PV panels are placed on the roof. Overall, the building's deliberate plans connect with each other and the community using. Moving on to talking about the HVAC system, the cooling and heating requirements are primarily provided by a water-to-water ground source heat pump. The outdoor air is satisfied primarily by a dedicated outdoor air system that follows the ASHRAE standard 62.1 for minimum outside airflow. The DOAS will also heat and cool the water supplied to the radiant ceiling panels and floor slabs. Radiant ceiling panels are applied to all spaces other than the atrium in order to support cooling and heating and reduce the equipment's usage and energy. The atrium is primarily supplied by radiant floor slabs since it is a two-level open space. Each space will have an indoor VAV unit that will satisfy the zone load. The radiant panels and floor slabs were chosen as the distribution system because they're able to provide stable heating and cooling at relatively lower water temperatures. This helps save energy while using the water-to-water heat pumps since less energy is required to heat and cool the water. I'll now be passing it on to Chris to explain a little bit more about the building envelope.
Thanks, Aloki. The building envelope on the Nook is really unique. We use a double wall system made of T-studs, with the exterior cavity using spray foam insulation and the interior cavity using hemp wool bats. Windows are also very unique at the Nook. We use 3 different types of windows. Your standard glass pane windows, electrochromic glass on the south side above those windows, and on the south, east, and west side, we also utilize the cowl wall system, which allows us to bring in sunlight, although a little bit diffuse, while maintaining a high thermal resistance in the windows. The roof of the Nook is also a bit unique. We use a Volcraft 3.5 dBA acoustic metal decking to help reduce noise in our large atrium. Above that, we use 2 4-inch insulation mats and a metal roof decking on top. The metal roof decking and a channel in the upper mat allow us to channel stormwater into our stormwater management tanks. Our stormwater management tanks are 3 10,000 rainwater collection systems that store and filter water that we use to help water our green roof. We chose 3 because our rain roof needs about 15,000 gallons of water each week to flourish and sustain itself. Therefore, at max capacity, we are able to sustain that roof for 2 weeks at a time. I'm now going to pass it off to Jake for energy performance.
Hi, my name is Jake, and we're going to be going over some of the key strategies for energy performance as shown on this slide. Starting with the PV array, we use PV watts to calculate the optimal orientation, which was 36 degrees tilt pointing south. And based off our Revit Insight solar potential analysis study, we're able to see that the sawtooth structure provides us with the highest solar potential for our site. So we focus our efforts on placing the panels on the sawtooth structure. So we selected a solar panel, which is the LG Neon 2 commercial solar panel with about 20% module efficiency. We were able to place about 1,400 solar panels on the roof, which converts to a 520 kilowatt array size. Based on that, we limited our site UI to less than 27. The graphic on the right shows the energy production by month, and on an annual basis, we were able to generate about 2.2 million kilobTUs. Moving on to the lighting strategy, we selected LED lighting fixtures, which provides us with a high level of lighting output with less power input. This saves a lot of energy for our lighting demands. And we selected lighting fixtures with a high CRI value, which provides occupants with accurate color perception of spaces. We also took into account the circadian rhythm and daylight harvesting and controls of the system. So these graphics show the daylighting analysis used in Rapid Insight, and anything in yellow shows a value between 300 and 3000 lux. So we're able to have a lot of daylighting potential. So we incorporated daylighting sensors within the spaces in order to provide the accurate level of lighting, which also saves energy for the building owners. Our next strategy is building controls. We provided the building owners with a way to manage, monitor, and track the systems remotely. And this really increases the energy savings in the HVAC and lighting systems and ensures the safety with building access controls and security. Moving on to the energy analysis in Open Studio, our site EUI turned out to be about 25.63, and our total consumption was about 2.1 million kilobTUs. So we generated more energy than we use on an annual basis. And as you can see, the summer months we generated more, and it makes up for the winter months where we consume more. So moving on to Cole now.
Hi, I'm Cole. Moving on to our environmental impact, a life cycle assessment was done using one-click LCA. The Nook has an initial construction impact of 1,786 US tons of CO2 and an annual footprint of 8.62 pounds of CO2 per square foot. A majority of the initial impact comes from the use of concrete floors, but the Nook also utilizes wood material throughout the building, helping to reduce the construction costs and the embodied carbon. The Nook also reduces its impact on the environment by using cut soil in the park and playground area, as well as on the green roof. The green roof can absorb about 3,500 pounds of CO2 per year. Moving on to comfort and environmental quality, one of the Nook's primary purposes is to provide a comfortable space for children and families to gather. The HVAC system has a dedicated outdoor air system integrated to pull in fresh outdoor air, and the VAV boxes at each space with the radiant ceiling panels will also dehumidify the air to ensure that condensation does not occur at the panels. The radiant floor slabs in the atrium and the radiant ceiling panels throughout the rest of the Nook ensure that the occupants have a pleasant experience while visiting. Moving on to durability and resilience, with Nook's large solar array, there is a large potential for energy storage in the form of rechargeable batteries. At full charge, the battery packs will have 840 kilowatt hours of energy storage and will allow the building to be powered if blackouts and or natural disasters occur. The parking lot will have the potential to house 10 additional electric vehicle charging stations on top of the 5 charging stations that will be initially installed. The wiring and electrical framework will be constructed so that in the future, the EV charging stations can be added. The Nook could be potentially used as an emergency shelter area, with sleeping quarters being set up in the above multi-purpose air rooms and the art gallery, while the atrium could be a common area. And with the solar panels and battery storage, people would have access to electricity. So moving on to the market analysis and cost estimation, a square foot estimate was prepared using RS means to create a baseline estimate for the cost of the Nook. The total cost of the square foot estimate was about $21.4 million. And then a full line item estimate was prepared in RS means using the different materials and fixtures the team specified during the design phase. The total cost of the line item estimate was about $13.9 million. So the line item estimate was about $7.5 million less than the square foot estimate. And this is most likely because the square foot estimate was calculated using a green office building as a baseline, as that was the most similar building type to the Nook in the RS means database.
In conclusion, the Nook is a negative net energy building that functions as a community center for students and parents alike. The building's unique architecture design allows for a large amount of daylighting as well as a comfortable community space. To heat and cool the Nook, a ground source heat pump as well as radiant and floor panels will be used. A building envelope design with an R value of about 65 helps keep the building warm during winter. Being as green as possible, above the retail section of the Nook is a green roof. This green roof is kept hydrated with multiple stormwater and filtration tanks stored on property. The Nook will produce about 100,000 kBTU more energy than needed. This energy will go into our rechargeable batteries as well as the grid if there's extra. Lastly, the Nook has an abundance of future planning with rechargeable batteries and EV charging stations. Thank you for visiting the Nook, and we hope to see you again soon.